Hello, it's Friday the 24th of April 2020 here in the UK lockdown. I've been trying to get hold of Izzy's college debut for a few weeks now, and today they finally rang. A quick recap just in case this is your first time watching this channel or you haven't watched in a while. Izzy, my home educated nearly 15-year-old, has been home educated for about 8.5 years, but she's applied to go to college from September. Here in the UK, college is usually age 16 to 18, but occasionally they will take them a bit younger, and occasionally they stay on a little bit later as well. So college here is not the same as college in America. From 18, that's university. I think that's the equivalent of college in America. Anyway, I thought I'd better say that because in the comments people are saying, college already? So no, it's different in the UK. Anyway, she's been offered a place. She did a taste today. She's got the qualifications. She's been offered a place. But we're having a bit of trouble with getting the funding because she's a year younger than they would normally go to college in the UK. And it's not that she's advanced or anything. It's just a lower level than the 16 pluses do as well. Anyway, the college is out of our catchment because she can't go to the ones in catchment because they won't accept her under 16. So we've had to go out of catchment, so there will be a bit of a commute. So this complicates funding a little bit. So I tried to contact the funding person for the pre-16s in our own catchment, and he said the college has to apply directly to the Welsh Assembly Government. But finally, weeks later, after I sent an email to the college, they've got back in touch and they said, but we can't do that because they've changed the policy since last year. So we've come to a bit of a, you know, one of those. I can see me homeschooling for an extra year. I mean, I really like home educating, don't get me wrong. I really do. I just need to earn some money. It's been 15 years since I've had a proper job. Can't stay at home for another year and not get a job, especially now I've lost all my gigs. I was just about hanging in there. Could have done without that really. Anyway, he's gonna make a few phone calls, see what he can uncover. In the meantime, the college staff are having terrible trouble accessing their files remotely because they're all working from home because of the pandemic. So he needs me to resubmit all her qualifications and things like that. So that's my job now this afternoon, which is kind of stopping me doing hands-on education with her. But sometimes you've just got to do things that are of a higher priority, and this is. I'm having a nightmare. I can't find the envelope with all her certificates in because I don't remember the official name of some of her things that she's done. Phew, I've got it. It was just in there in a big envelope. Here we are. I've done a bit of DIY censoring there. She's got a BTEC Level 1 Introductory Certificate in Vocational Studies. It sounds ever so fancy, doesn't it? It's an access course, basically. I don't know if you need certificates. I can't find a certificate to this latest Actin one, but I've got the marking sheet, so hopefully he'll accept that until the other one turns up. So, because I'm going to be tied up with this for a while, Izzy's taking herself off out for a scooter ride now to get some exercise. I was going to go for a walk with her, but I wasn't expecting to be having to commit time to this today. So she's just suggested that she does that to use the time productively. And after that, I really need to go shopping because Izzy and I have eaten rubbish for lunch. And when we're eating rubbish for lunch, we know it's time to go shopping. It's about 3:20 now. Izzy's gone out on her scooter for some exercise. Thank goodness. It's been pretty difficult to get her out lately. I had a cunning plan to stop this going plop, 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 plop spill, which is to make a little hole in the top with a skewer. I've just got a bit of tape over there so I can have air going in there, and hopefully it stops the plop, plop, plop thing happening. Watch this. Ta-da! What a difference, huh? There you go. Little life hack from the Imo and Izzy channel. I've got a bit overly carried away with this college application. I think I'm overcomplicating it. I mean, she's already actually got a place. It's just the guy can't access any of his files from home. I thought I'd just add a bit of relevant experience while I was at it, and, well, that was a rabbit hole. I shouldn't have started. Maybe I should just delete them all off. But I've invested time in it now. You know how it is. She's back. How was your scoot?
It was good.
Yeah? You look a bit red in the face there, Isabel.
I got hot because it It's typical. The one time that we're not allowed to go outside very much, it's hot weather.
Right then. It's 4 o'clock. I can't believe how little I've achieved today. It's 4 o'clock already. The local shop I'm intending to go to shuts at 5:30, so I better get a move on, because if I've got to queue up for an hour, that's not going to leave me very long. And it'll be the first time I've attempted to go to this one since the lockdown, and it's one that I did used to go to really regularly, so it's weird not going to it for all this time. It doesn't sell everything, but hopefully it will sell what we need, even if it doesn't have everything that we want. Izzy's laughing at my mask again. I've arrived at the shop, and I tell you what, the queue's not that bad at all. There's only about 3 people in front of me. I don't think I'll be too long waiting. I am back. I didn't film because it just wasn't appropriate. It was a 1 in, 1 out policy on the shop, as it is with all of them these days, and so I just wanted to get in, get my shop and get out so the next people could go in. I've got that much stuff. It's not the best shop for fruit and veg, I'm afraid. Very limited fruit and veg in there. My face mask, i.e. muslin square, is in the wash. I just wanted to say the reason I was wearing my cotton stripy beanie hat with that, nothing to do with the stripes, but the reason was if I pull it down at the back and then tie the muslin square at the back in a double knot behind it, it has a bit more friction to hold on to on the cotton hat. I don't know if it'll work so much with a synthetic one, but that's why. So I was getting a bit hot. It's so weird out and about now when you smile at people. My automatic thing to do when a person comes is to smile at them. It's just what you do. And I think my eyes are smiling, and it just looks weird when you can't see the mouth. So I was in the shop and I was like, smiling at a woman, and then the look back, because the shop staff had the masks on as well. Oh man. So I was coming home with my trolley, and I was passing a big shop window, so I had a look at myself with my highwayman get-up on, and I tried to smile at myself in the reflection to see what it looked like, and it looked very odd, yeah. I'm going to go through the rigmarole now. I'm going to dampen, well, quite fairly wetten a dishcloth. It always does that. I'm going to put loads of washing up liquid on it, squeeze it, get it all sudsy, and then I'm going to wipe down every single item from my shop, and then I'll show you what I got. So here is my washed up stash. So this was one of those discounted supermarkets. They have a lot of things that they sell pretty cheap compared to normal supermarkets, but they don't have the full range that you'd normally get. I think this is why the queue was much smaller, but this is what I did get. Frey Bentos cheese and onion pies in tins. I've never ever had a Frey Bentos tinned pie, but the lockdown seems like a pretty good time to try one. We'll see if this helps out with the craving for the Greggs pasties. Fruit, all I could get really in the way of fresh fruit were these Pink Lady apples. They did have some red grapes, but Izzy's not keen on red grapes and they looked a little bit shriveled. So in the way of fruit, I got dates. I've got a feeling these are rich in iron. Let me just look that up on my phone. Well, Siri seems to think that one date has got 1% of your recommended daily intake. So you'd have to eat quite a lot of them, but they have some. I got subject dividers. I actually got 2 packets because Izzy asked for a coloured card to cut up and make into collages, and that was the closest thing I could find. So 1 packet for her to cut up and 1 packet for me to use for the folders. Speaking of fruit, as I was, this was the best I could do really. So I got a tin of pear halves, tin of peaches, and loads of mandarin segments in light syrup, because Izzy's eaten these for years, and honestly they seem to be quite eczema friendly to us. Everybody's different, so I don't know if that would work for you. I bought Izzy some chicken that she can just nosh on whenever she feels like it. I got her some beef lasagna. I don't normally buy ready meals, but honestly, we just want a bit of a change. And the only vegetarian ready meal they had was, of course, the standard macaroni cheese, so I got that for me. I got some more golden syrup. This was super cheap. It was 89p, I think, for all that. And I got beer for Mummy. Well, for me, Guinness Original, a couple of bottles of that. And some Vimto, that's also for me, because Izzy likes orange squash now. I did also buy a mountain of crisps, which should hopefully keep us going for, weeks and weeks. I didn't wash these packets, I just opened the multi-pack, tipped them in gingerly, and then put those outer wrappers straight in the bin, and then gave my hands a good wash afterwards. So that was my strategy for that. So that's it really, but you know, it all helps, doesn't it? I'm going to have a snack and a sit down for a bit, and then we're going for a walk. It's my intention to take the route I took with Izzy the other day, but take a left-hand turning at the point that we went right before, because I want to see what is there. Oh, look at those big succulent stinging nettles. It's on my list of things to do in the lockdown, to make nettle soup. I bought gardening gloves a few weeks ago especially. I've still been mowing the pitches. I've seen a few families heading out past my door, wearing sports kits and holding footballs in their arms, obviously heading down to the football pitch. I saw the train going past in the distance, and it's really extra weird, I think, when we see really normal things that we associate with everyday life juxtaposed now in this new reality. A bus went past and I thought, oh, that's nice to see a bus. There was nobody on it, it was completely empty. And on the digital display it said key workers in big capital letters. I don't know, it just made me feel all wartime-ish again. There's a pretty bit of moss, pretty dried up, very light. Wendell from Wendell's World channel was commenting the other day that he finds it fascinating to see all the little differences from country to country. As you can see in Wales here, all our signs are bilingual. Thanks for coming on my walk with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!